Okay, another full card review. You hear the siren. This not boxing junkie. Excuse me, right there. Got the morning hiccups. Now it is that time we cover a full card review. The siren's going on. This not boxing junkie talk. So if you're a new viewer, you wonder what the hell that is. That's the sound that goes off in your head when you have that boxing fix. When you need it, and then you stumble on into your home. The RT Boxing Show. Tom Brown Promotion, TGB. The headliner by, of course, Danny Garcia taking on Adrian Granados. Again, when we cover these full card reviews, we go to the four categories: 40 points, 10 points each, crowd participation, commentary, the fights on paper, and how the fights actually ended. So we within the crowd participation and all that stuff, we kind of blend in the network, the camera angles and all the extra, the ETCs, the extra shit. Now first off, whoever, whether it's Tom Brown or TGB Promotions or anyone, if they do a card under the PBC umbrella, they're gonna be maybe at a handicap because it's a hit and miss with the commentary. Joe Goosen, Lennox Lewis, and I forgot the other guy, Kenneth or something. They're hit and miss. They're horrible. It's almost to the point where they're horrible. They're becoming enjoyable. Listen to the bullshit they're gonna say. Listen to the words they're gonna stumble across. Listen to how many times they try and do a instant replay highlight, and the fucking pictures are all wrong. Their words are stumbling all over. Like, oh, here's a right hand, and there's a fucking left hook in the replay. They're going back and forth on each other. It's just real hard. So I'm going to give their commentary. It was all over the place. If you watch that card, Goosen and Lennox Lewis are all over. Oh, can you tell me about the right hand? Oh, well, the right hand is a setup punch. As you can see, he's setting it up for another punch. It's like, oh shit. Oh, I didn't know that. He's throwing the right hand to set up another punch. Oh, okay. Oh, thanks a lot. Oh, what is the importance of the footwork? Oh, well, he wants to be balanced. Look at his legs. Wide legs. He needs to be balanced. And I have a blanket. Lennox Lewis had a blanket. I got gloves. But that right hand is going to keep him warm, like Lennox Lewis was warm under that blanket. It's like, fucking A, what is with these guys? So, like I said, it's horrible, but it's gotten to the point where the horrible has become a secret love addiction. It's like, dude, I gotta hear these bullshit, and it's just weird. It's like, it's so horrible. I'm starting to like it, but I'm giving that shit a 5. And then you get into the crowd participation. It's what's the Dignity Health Sports Park? I believe that was the Stub Hub. I think it was, and that crowd's always good, regardless of what it is. Nice little circle dome. The crowd feels amped up because they're right there on top of the fighters. It's kind of like I don't know if it's still the same basketball arena, but I remember the Indiana Pacers. They had the basketball arena was like right on top of the court, and then that's kind of how the Carson arena is, the Dignity Park. Now, I give the crowd this thing because through the Figueroa fight, they were cheering for the hits, cheering for his action, rooting him on. And even for the bullshit fight of Demetrenko versus Ruiz, they saw Demetrenko wasn't fighting, but instead of just like a boo, every time Ruiz was pressing the action, landing hard body shots, they were cheering shots. So I give the crowd about an 8. About an 8. They weren't shouting any fighter's name. They weren't booing. They weren't booing the other competition. They weren't just being a ruckus crowd. I give them a 7. Fuck it, drop it down to a 7. So you're looking at 12 right there. And then we go into the fights on paper. Like I said, before we go into the fights, like I said, crowd and all that stuff, we're gonna might have to drop that down from a 7 because the camera angles. They show wrong replays to match the commentary. You know, like, okay, we're going to talk about the left hook, and they show a right uppercut. It's horrible. It's PBC needs to get Fox whatever FS1. Now it's a shame because, like I said, we're only going to cover the main fights because they don't have the app to show the whole card. But for this instance, you could have. If you want to add the FS1, this card would be better because the FS1 is where all the action was. The fight nights, the extra cards, that's where they had the knockouts. Even though they're like lower level competition, they were matched more evenly. They had three out of the 4 fights were vicious knockouts. The main event was Coda and Banana. I like Banana. He's a cool guy. You can figure Coda was Lubin's last step up fight before he got to the big stage. So that was a nice little interim main event. But like I said, and the 3 fights before that, low level competition, but evenly matched and vicious knockouts. But like I said, we're not going to add that into this review because I didn't add the undercards to the other 20th cards. So we're going to go with the main event. So. Ooh, camera angles, crowd participation. We're sitting at 11. We're going to drop that 12 to 11 because the fucked up instant replay camera angles and shit, wrong replays. Then we go to the fights on paper. Shit, straight shit. Brandon Figueroa, Yanfres Parejo. Did we have any doubt what the hell that was going to be about? Did we? I didn't even see the Franco and Casemiro. I couldn't find it. You know, I fast forward and rewind it, rewind it on my DVR. It wasn't in there. I watched the fight night at night. Well, fight night at night. I watched that one. I didn't see it unless I just fucking really passed. But I didn't see that fight. And then we have Andy Ruiz and Dimitrenko. So these are 3 fights. Figueroa, we knew what was happening. Ruiz and Dimitrenko, a walking punching bag. On paper, it looked like shit. And then Danny Garcia and Adrian Granados. On paper, it was entertaining, you know, but we kind of knew what the hell that fight was going to be about, you know. Granados, good name, but you know he's going to come forward, unskilled match, and just get bombed on like he did. Now, the fights in real life, you know, on paper, they're a shit fight. So we're from 11, we give it a 5. You know, maybe even a 4. These fights were pretty bad. These fights were bad. So 11, we're sitting at 15. Now, in person, the Brandon Figueroa fight versus Parejo was better than what I thought it would be. I thought Parejo was going to go out sooner. He made it pretty competitive for 8 rounds, you know, pretty competitive. He showed some flaws. Well, not flaws. He showed that Brandon Figueroa is hittable, like always. And then once he gets in with a real contender, that's what I want to see now. You know, quits in his corner on the 8th round. You know, WBA, the interim title for the super bantamweight was on the line, and he quit. So that fight was still better than what it was. You know, action. And then we get to the Andy Ruiz and Dimitrenko. Now, a fight was already, I consider, shit on paper. And then 21 punches total to like 70-something of Ruiz. It was a one-sided action, one-sided beatdown. If Ruiz didn't throw as many punches as he did to make the fight and the crowd got behind him, that would have been a shit fight. You know, the corner stopped it. Ruiz landed that hard-ass body shot. He was landing some good body shots. So Ruiz's efforts saved that fight, which I'm glad he did show a nice effort. You know, I give that a 5. I give that fight a 5. You know, and then Danny Garcia and Adrian Granados. On paper, we knew Danny Garcia should win because of Granado's style. You know, we're like, but it's going to be interesting. He's going to come forward and he's going to make Danny fight is going to be tough. And that is what happened. He came forward, but it's a difference between coming forward and making it a competitive fight and just throwing or coming forward and being reckless and not doing shit. And that's what Granados did. Like, this was a different pressure by Granados. Usually Granados, he'll come forward, back off, dance around the ring, make you, hit, come back off, show like, okay, I got you. He'll work out some jabs, come back in, try to fight you. He just came forward like a fucking reckless machine, chin in the air, no defense even thought about. And Danny Garcia just fucking, dude, I'm a counter hooker, and you're coming in that reckless, chin up. Wait, can you put your chin right there for me while you're throwing? Bing. It's like, do it. And I wanted Granados to win that fight, but I said in the breakdown, as much as I want him to win, he's gonna fight too much with his balls, and then you can't fight Danny Garcia with balls. You got to be pretty under control. And Danny Garcia just rocked the shit out of him. It looked good. It was very beat down. If you just want to see a gladiator arena, yeah, it was a beat down. Danny Garcia fucked him up, but it was nothing. It's like no style, no competition. I give this card like a 20, and that's like, that was bad, man. The fights on paper, the fights in life were 5-5. The commentary was shit. And camera angles was shit. Yeah, this card is a 20. That's like the lowest review we did since the point system. TGB is usually stepping up pretty good for like the promoter of the year. He's probably slightly winning it, to be honest. If you want to go check the other full card reviews and how this is the first week we started the point system. So, but TGP is probably the front runner, and it's a toss up. It's real close between Top Rank and Matchroom. They're going back and forth for second place, but this card right here could hurt TGB in winning at least their quarter of 2019 promoter of the month, or promoter of the year. And that is it. That is TGB's promotion full card review, getting 20 points. Thank you for your time and support.